So today we're taking a deep dive into dynamic audio control, and we're focusing on a specific piece of gear.
We are. The DBX266XSV dual compressor gate.
And our mission here is really to figure out how a box like this helps you get that polished professional sound everyone's after.
It really boils down to solving one of the most common problems in audio, which is just uneven levels.
Things being too loud or too quiet.
Exactly. Compression just smooths all of that out. It takes the peaks and the valleys and just evens the landscape.
And the result of that is huge in a mix. You get more sustain on a guitar, for instance.
Or you can really fatten up your drums, make them punchy. But I think for vocals, it's critical. It brings them forward and keeps them clear.
Okay, so let's get into the history here. DBX makes a pretty bold claim, right?
They do. They pretty much claim to have invented the compressor. And you can see that legacy in the tech they use.
Let's unpack that. They have this patented over-easy compression. What does that actually mean for the sound? It's not standard compression.
No, it's all about the knee.
Oh.
So a typical compressor has a hard knee. The moment the signal hits the threshold, bam, compression kicks in. It can be abrupt.
And you can sometimes hear that, can't you? That pumping effect.
You definitely can. Over easy, it uses a much smoother, more gradual curve. So the audio just sort of eases into being compressed. It's far more musical.
And they combine that with these auto-dynamic controls for attack and release. Now, in theory, that sounds amazing, error-proof even.
It is.
But does it ever get it wrong, if the audio material changes all of a sudden?
That's the impressive part. It's genuinely program-dependent. It analyzes the signal in real time and adapts. It removes that whole technical barrier so you can just focus on how it sounds.
Right. So that's the error-proof operation they talk about.
That's it.
Okay, so we've solved the problem of sounds being too loud and inconsistent. What about the opposite? The noise floor, the hum between notes.
Right. The stuff you don't want to hear. And that's where the other half of the unit comes in, the expander gate.
And they have new algorithms for this, I read.
Yeah, new gate timing algorithms. The whole point is to make the release when the gate closes as smooth as possible.
So it doesn't just chop off the tail end of a reverb or a decaying note.
Exactly. No distracting clicks or abrupt cuts. It's very clean.
And in terms of architecture, it's quite flexible. You can run it as two separate mono units or linked for stereo.
And when you link it in stereo, it uses something called true RMS power summing.
Okay, that sounds technical. Break that down for us. What does that do?
It's actually pretty simple in concept. It means the compressor reacts to the total loudness of the stereo signal, not just one side that happens to be louder.
So your stereo image doesn't wobble from left to right if, say, a cymbal crashes on one side.
Precisely. It keeps the entire mix stable and centered.
And of course it has all the pro connections you'd expect. Balanced quarter-inch and XLR.
And crucially, a sidechain insert, which is key for more advanced techniques.
Like ducking, where you use one signal to control the compression on another.
Yep. Or for frequency-specific compression. It's a must-have feature. And to set it all up, the LED meters give you instant feedback on everything. Gain reduction, threshold, gating. It's very visual.
And the specs are impressive. A dynamic range over 114 dB is huge. Plus, the ratio goes from 1:1 all the way to infinity to 1.
Which means it can act as a true limiter. Nothing gets past the ceiling you set. It's just a workhorse, really. A powerhouse for managing dynamics on any kind of material.
So we've really highlighted how all this adaptive, program-dependent technology is designed to reduce the chance of making a mistake. It's error-proof.
It is. It makes getting a great sound much more accessible.
Which brings up a fascinating thought. If the gear is becoming so intelligent and reliable, what does that mean for the role of the expert engineer, the person who built their whole career on knowing every little technical detail?
That really is the question to think about, isn't it? If the gear is handling all the complex, tedious calculations for you, where do you, as the expert, now apply your craft to get to that next level of sound? That's the new frontier of audio mastery.